and welcome back to Shit They Don't Tell You, a podcast.
With your host, Nikki Limo.
And Steve Green. Sometimes my mother calls me Steven. And today, indeed, we are talking about people's relationship questions.
Indeed.
And there's just so very many out there. So many relationships, so much quandary, so many question marks in people's lives.
Yes. Well, we're in a relationship, so that makes us qualified.
Correct.
But this is for entertainment purposes only. So, you know, if you have a question and you want to submit to podcast at nikki.limo, that's podcast at nikki.limo, we'll answer them.
We'll take a crack at it.
Any question. But a lot of people submit relationship questions.
We've gotten a lot of nice feedback over the years.
A lot of nice feedback. And maybe we'll do another Q&A, Ask Us Anything coming up soon. So get in there, get in line. And if you're part of our Patreon, you get pushed to the front of the line. So that's very cool. Patreon.com/sticky, STIKKI. It supports our show. If you like the show, you're a fan, you want to, just come support. $5 and you get a crypto corner every week. Steve
every Tuesday
is very thorough with all your crypto questions.
Congrats, corners. We are crushing it right now.
What a day. Yeah. We do free roll poker tournaments and for cash prizes, and we have an amazing Discord community. Also, you get these episodes a couple days in advance. So check it out. But without further ado, the relationship questions.
Over
Steven?
the years, I have to say, credit to us, we've gotten very few emails of feedback like from our relationship advice. It's like all caps, like you ruined my life.
Yeah.
Very few.
0.
I can count them under 2 hands.
I can count them on a nub of a hand.
Oh, there you go.
No need for the fingers.
So that's good.
Yeah.
That's a better way of putting it than I put it. Yeah.
We got one that was like, you ruined my life and now I have the best life ever.
True.
Like my old life is trash.
True.
Yeah. So that was fun. That was a funny way to scare us.
So let's take a crack at this one. I, 26 female, and my boyfriend, 27 male, may break up over a failed exam.
Okay. Sounds like some people need some growing up to do, unless, how old are you? 30? In your 30s?
26 and 27.
Okay, that's fair.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
I asked my boyfriend to watch a puppy I was boarding while I took an important online Protord exam.
Protord?
Yep.
Spell it.
Protored. Protorid?
No.
No clue, but
probably.
I didn't go to college, so I wouldn't know what that word means.
Have no idea.
I feel very secure about that. Before the exam started, I stressed to him that I needed a quiet, uninterrupted space for 2 hours. Halfway through the exam, I noticed the puppy was suddenly outside, nipping at my ankles. She kept distracting me, so I was forced to take her back to my boyfriend's room and said, "Baby, this is a really important exam. Please watch her for just 2 hours." He was almost falling asleep, then shot up and said, "Dude, I can't fucking take it anymore. I'm tired and annoyed." I didn't know what else to do, so I just took the puppy back with me. Who gets mad at a puppy?
I know.
Ugh. She would have screamed and scratched if I put her in a separate room. But at this point, I'm crying because the puppy won't stop making noise, running around, and being loud. The questions can be answered properly. It's accounting. I need to focus. During the proctored exam, the professor sent me a message saying, "Hey, you're moving around too much and you're not looking at the screen. You may not pass your exam."
Oh, because it thinks she's cheating.
Yeah. Oh. I ended up only getting a 53% because I couldn't focus.
Oh my gosh.
By this point, I'm livid. I walk up to his room, get down to his eye level and say, "I just failed my exam. I needed this course to transfer to my dream college. And I just failed. I asked you to watch this puppy for 2 hours and you couldn't do that. Do you understand?" By this point, in a fit of rage, I crush a soda can with my hand and throw it to the ground. It sprays on the floor. It's very dramatic.
I like it.
I like it too. He's very upset. He shouts, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Ooh, bad word. Bad word.
Oof.
Definitely an oof and an oofy.
That was light of her to just do it to a soda can.
Legit.
I did it to a coffee table.
That's true.
I'm a pro at this.
And you kept me forever.
Yeah.
How is you failing your exam my fault? Explain to him again how dire this was to my future. He sighs and lays back. We haven't talked since last night.
Ew, I hate this guy.
Not sure what to do. Seriously, I'm thinking about leaving him because this entire situation is completely out of left field and out of character for both of us. We've been dating 2.5 years. We plan to spend our anniversary in Italy in September. Oof, you got plenty of time to cancel that, bitch. Yeah. For those asking, yes, he agreed to this arrangement a day before the exam. Again, a few hours later, we both board animals together as a team. Any advice is appreciated.
Okay, so first of all, I would like to apologize because I prejudged this as it was going to be some like
immature shit,
high school paper. You didn't help me study or whatever. And I really apologize for jumping the gun on that one. That was my bad.
Do you rescind?
I rescind that comment. This guy sucks.
Yeah, he sucks.
Like, honestly, I would break up because look at your future. Unless he gets on a track where he does some massive self-development, you think you're going to have a child together? He can't watch a puppy for 2 hours during one of the most important things in your life. I don't think that's insane. And then he like pushes it on her. Like can't accept any responsibility. At that point, he
kind of has to.
No accountability. No.
He's dug in.
No.
He's dug in. He's got to just go for it.
A mature person.
Hail Mary.
Yeah, bye Mary, actually. Goodbye.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Goodbye, you're done.
Break up!
Break up. Ooh, we haven't hit that button in a while.
Yeah.
What do you see? You disagree or what? You're trying to give him some benefit of the doubt?
I don't think it's so hard to... I'm just trying to put myself in the headspace of like... Yeah, he sucks pretty bad.
Sucks.
And it's a puppy.
It's a puppy, yeah.
It's a puppy.
So?
No, so like it's like the easiest thing to take care of all
not
time.
The easiest. That's why we don't have one.
I think it's the easiest thing to take care of all time for 2 hours.
A puppy?
For 2 hours?
They're wild.
They can't open doors. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, I mean, like, for 2 hours, if my partner is going through something very important, like, right. I'm 100% taking care of a puppy, but would I say it's the easiest thing?
Let me just say this. If you did a find and replace every time they mentioned puppy and you changed it out with spider monkey,
yeah,
then him saying, I can't take this anymore, this is crazy, and you're crazy, completely in the right. Makes sense.
Spider monkey sounds way more fun, but
spider monkeys could open doors, open cabinets, disable alarm systems, right?
Bite your ear off.
Yeah, they could rip your face off. They could do all kinds of stuff. So
they could do all kinds of stuff.
I'm just saying, a puppy's so easy. He doesn't have a good excuse.
Yeah, I mean, it's never a good excuse. It doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter, like, if it was even, like, a child. Like, I mean... You
don't think the animal matters a lot in this situation?
I think if it was an alligator, it would matter because that's going to,
great example.
Maybe hurt you.
It's another great example.
But, yeah, I think that this guy sounds like a selfish asshole. Or maybe not even an asshole. He's just either really...
He doesn't care about her.
Really immature. Just...
he's into himself.
Just, really immature, selfish person.
Agreed.
And then not taking any accountability and not saying sorry or having any empathy at all.
That's what I would break up over.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This is not about the puppy.
It's not about the puppy.
This is about the principle and the fact that your spouse or your partner does not seem to give a shit.
How do you know they're going to have writer energy for you later?
They don't have writer energy.
They don't have writer energy.
No.
Huge mistake.
No.
So,
huge.
Break up button for sure.
Break up.
A bit hard, Mark. Mark, hit it with your forehead.
Yeah.
Even if it hurts.
Well, please let it hurt and send pictures of your forehead.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Okay. So, the next one.
Okay. Hit me.
Husband, 30 male, won't stop asking me, 27 female, for sexual favors.
I like that you picked all girl OPs for this because I can really get into my element.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You're welcome. For sexual favors. He wants sexual favors pre and post operation.
Favors?
I've been sick for several months with a very serious, rare disease. Leading up to the operation, I was very ill. Lost about 30 pounds. I was victim to medical malpractice, which added to stress. I was often unable to move without severe pain and couldn't eat at all besides liquids for about 2 months. Through all of this, husband had to pick up all the chores, work extra hours. I would do things through excruciating pain, try to be a good wife. It's also hard for me to sit still and feel better some days than others. Not one day went by without him reminding me of everything he was doing.
Ew.
Legend. During the time I was sick, he would nonstop talk about how excited he was to see me regain weight so we could return to our normal sex lives. Ooh, this sounds like someone I've met before.
Ugh.
As someone with the past ED, my body image changing has been...
Eating disorder.
Oh, thank you. Has been extra hard. Due to my pain and stress, I'd ask to change convo if it was text. He'd say okay, then not text me again until he got home. Never see me mad, but not changing the subject matter. When he'd come home, he'd try to engage and said if I wasn't up for it, he'd sigh and ask for a blowjob or hand job. I'd oblige because I truly don't know if this is normal. He always made it clear that sex hiatuses are unacceptable, not in a controlling way, but that he's got needs of basically once a week, and it's not asking much.
Eek.
The day before I had surgery, I had what was very painful sex with him. He had traveled back and forth for hours, and I had to seek medical care in a different state. I felt like I owed it to him. During, he's very uncomfortably grabbing parts of my body that used to have weight to them that are now just bone. He'd very quickly remove his hands as though it was gross. And if I told him I was hurting, he'd kind of switch positions irritated, like he's been interrupted. It made me feel like a sex doll or something, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that sounds completely objectifying.
I don't think I need to read the rest of this one.
Yeah. Breakup.
Yeah, that's a breakup.
This is wild. Okay, so like, I don't know which is worse, cheating on your spouse or like treating them like this. I think they're both equally bad. Like,
you're not treating them like a spouse.
Exactly. You're not treating them like a person. Like, would you do this to any other person? Like, that's insane.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like, actually insane.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that.
No.
Like, I can't imagine you ever doing that. But also, like, if a boyfriend ever did that in my past, I like, that's snap crazy. That's like breakup material. I get that she feels guilty, though, that she went through a surgery and he's taking care of her. But like, that's kind of the job of a partner. Like, I mean, that no offense, but like, not like,
it's 100% true.
But it's like in sickness and in health. So if I know they're not married, but like, if you are, what's the next step? You know, like, do you want to get married?
No, they're married.
Oh, they're married? Oh, okay. Yeah. Then in sickness and in health, motherfucker.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Dude. Okay, guys, look at me. Let me give you advice.
Look at him.
Never, ever look at me. Ever.
Look at that one.
Whine.
It's closer.
Whine to your chick about sex. Don't do it.
It's such a turn off.
It's so bad. It's so dumb to do this. I know that, yes, we are horn dogs and shit like that. But dude, doing that shit, whining about it, bitching about it is not solving the problem. You're actually exacerbating the problem.
Yeah.
You're making them not want to have sex with you even more, bro. You cannot be like that.
Nobody wants to fuck a whiny baby bitch.
You have to trick them. That's the whole thing.
You have to trick them.
You have to trick them. That's the way.
How do you trick them?
Oh, dude, I just am nice to you. I make eggs for you and stuff.
Oh my God, huge trick. Shit.
Oh yeah. I do nice things for her.
I've been tricked.
I know. I really get you good sometimes too. You don't even know I'm doing it.
It's a love language thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you play that, if you just trick them instead of doing this bullshit.
You trick them hard.
Yeah, don't do this bullshit. Oh, babe, I can't lie. I need the physical affirmations from you and shit like that. Oh my God, just shut the fuck up.
Think of like when a family member or maybe a clingy friend or something guilts you about not hanging out.
Oh, it's the worst.
Like, it makes you want to hang out with them less, right? Like,
Way less.
You're like now like dreading, like, okay, I got to do this out of obligation because otherwise they'll be mad at me. That's what you sound like trying to have sex with your partner in this manner.
And I know so many guys who do this shit.
It's so weird and gross.
And because I know them and Nikki knows their chicks, I'm telling you this as an expert. Okay, this is expert advice.
Yeah.
Do not whine to your chick about sex because they all complain to each other.
Yes.
About how lame it is
and
how
know.
unattractive it is, and then it's so bad.
And we judge.
Yeah, and they laugh about it.
Here's the solution though, because I feel like these men have a problem and they don't have a solution for it, so they just get even more frustrated and they do the same shit, right?
Yeah.
And they like kind of throw a tantrum over not having. Put that sexual energy, because I've read a lot of books about like very successful people. Some of them will choose to be celibate for periods of time because you can take that sex drive energy and channel it into like endeavors and like projects, like things that you're to really focus on and become very successful with. And it's like you're using a momentum of this passionate energy to channel it into something else.
It's like monk energy.
And I think that's like actually a really healthy outlet to do that. Like when you, instead of like, because otherwise you don't want to suppress it, right? Which is what is happening.
Yes.
It's getting suppressed, and then they lash out.
They lash out with whiny energy,
Exactly.
bitch energy.
So, and you masturbating only takes you so far. You don't want to cheat on your spouse. Okay, so then channel it into something creative or some hobby. Like you have to be able to have some kind of outlet for this leftover pent up energy.
I enjoy this.
Exercise, lifting weights,
I like this.
Something that the testosterone can do its thing. Chop a fucking tree. I don't know.
Chop your neighbor's tree down.
Chop your trees down.
That's advice. That's good advice.
You know, like those sexy ass lumberjack men that just like chopping
trees and shit.
Oh God, that's hot.
That's hot.
Also, your chick sees you chopping trees.
If you don't have a tree,
she's like, that's fucking hot.
And if you don't have a tree, just go to a park.
Yeah, or go get. You can get You can get like logs.
Or how about when you know how you're driving, they have a median and there's sometimes trees there. Just go cut those trees down.
Cut those down.
Yeah.
And they're like, why do we have a ticket for?
And then when you're getting
$2,000 offense.
No, when people are like, what are you doing? You're like, I haven't had sex in fucking 4 weeks.
Yeah, and then they'll run away.
Yeah, they'll leave you alone.
Freaked out by that, so you don't have to worry about that.
And the second reason why you're frustrated is because you're not very good at tricking them.
Yeah,
into
trick
having
them
sex
by
with you.
being super fucking nice.
Yeah, be nice. Do the love language things.
Do the things you're doing, like the chores and shit, without reminding her how you did all the things.
That too. When you do that shit, that's bitch energy moves.
It's bitch energy because she does those things without reminding you that she did those things.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
it's
dude,
like,
I know. You don't get a gold star for that.
You don't.
Sorry.
It's gross.
I will say I do love it when Nikki gives me praise when I do things like that, and that's why.
I love when he does things
Yeah.
like that.
So, but I do enjoy it.
So is your love language words of validation? I'm not giving it to you.
No, you give me 100%. Whatever it is that we're doing, it works great.
Yeah. Okay.
But the idea that I want compliments from you is insane.
Or that you have to fish for them, because that's
Never
like
has
so
happened.
embarrassing.
That's never happened.
Like whenever people have ever fished for compliments for me,
You go the other way.
I cannot give
You
it
go
to
the other
I
way.
like and it's some people are like, well, just throw them a bone, and I'm like, no, I don't want. It makes me repulsed.
I used to say that to you just to like help you through some like friction in
and
friendships.
it's like, oh,
But
it's so hard.
You're not physically capable.
I'm not. It makes me like cringe through my eyeballs.
Yeah.
Like I can't. It's like I go to try to do it and I vomit a little in my mouth. Like I can't do it.
Yep.
I have to genuinely mean it, and that's when you know. Like that's why you know. Like when I compliment you, like I genuinely mean it, and I don't feel like I am withholding of compliments either. Like for other people, it's just that they have like it has to come from like within, right?
Of course.
It can't just be like you are like. Do you, I don't know what's a good example. Like I did such and such thing. I just think you're bragging about.
Yeah, you're
like,
not into
I
that.
just think you're bragging,
You're not
and
into
it
that.
makes me go, cool, good for you.
Yep. Yep.
I don't want, you know? But when someone does something really cool or like efficiently or it's something that's like super helpful, I am like, I don't hold back.
Nope.
So there.
All right, check this out.
Okay, I'm checking.
Found out my wife, female, 44, was having sex with a friend with benefits when I and her were dating.
Oh.
When I started dating my wife, she was in college. I was already working. She said she wasn't seeing anyone and didn't really have time for dating due to school and working to support herself through school. We hit it off really well and waited several weeks before we got intimate, which I completely respected that she didn't just jump into bed. She explained to me that she had 5 previous partners. One was her high school boyfriend. The others were over a 2-year period. A few weeks ago, while in conversation with a group of her girlfriends, dating and sex came up. Totally not something she would normally even consider being a part of. She doesn't even cuss. The topic of one girl having a friend with benefits while in college came up, and she seemed proud of it. The conversation got to the point where they were going around asking each other if they ever had a fuck buddy. When she was asked, she said she had a friend from high school and they were too busy to date, so they would occasionally get together and use each other. I was floored, but kept my composure. Later, I asked her about it, and she said she had no feelings for him at all, just used him and he used her. When I asked if when this was happening, she finally admitted it was when we started dating.
So it seems like a crossover period.
I asked her how long it went on after we started dating. She said it was a long time ago and it didn't matter. It meant nothing. She wasn't going to discuss it because it seemed to be upsetting me. So basically, while we started dating and weren't getting intimate, she was going back to her apartment and having sex with this guy to get her frustrations out. I have lost all respect for her.
Ooh. How long
Not
have
the
they been
person
dating?
I thought I married. Never in 1,000,000 years that I thought this was her. Can't get the images out of my head. When I asked her to be my girlfriend, I'm not sure she stopped seeing this other guy. She won't talk about it. I'm at a loss as to what to feel.
Does he say how long they've been together?
No, just when they started dating. She was in college, and now they're, he's 50, she's 44.
Oh,
So
okay.
it seems like,
Yeah.
unless she's a late college person.
Yeah, but even still, like late is like 27 or 28 or
Yeah.
something. Like that's still a long time.
Pretty wild, huh?
So he wants to break up? Like
He says he's lost all respect for her. He just doesn't want to know what to do.
like people don't change over. I mean,
Yeah. It's a pretty big lie.
I feel like if you're in the college era of your life, that's like an age where like you make the most mistakes. Like, and you're supposed to. You should
right.
make all those mistakes like then, and then you mature out of them, and you become the person, a grown up version of yourself. So that this happened like that long ago, and he's like, I lost all respect for her, like as if she just did it.
I'm going to tell you something, dude. Guys, and I'm speaking for most of the guys I know. I'm not speaking for every guy.
Yeah.
We're very territorial sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes irrationally so.
Mm-hmm.
It's just hard. Like if I knew that, like after when me and you were in those magical months of dating and stuff like that, if I knew you're going back getting railed.
Oh, I would be heartbroken if
I
I
would
found
be
out.
shattered.
If I found that out about you, like,
Shattered.
oh, 100%. I'm like with you 100%.
So yeah, and I'm too territorial. I'm too much of a little bitch, and I'm too petty. I couldn't hang.
I don't know. Like, but so I would be really fucking heartbroken, and I would definitely cry, and like I would definitely like need some months to like process that, and maybe some therapy or something. Like it would be pretty hard.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. That would be like a pretty hard blow to like know that, because I would go over like all of our first memories and know that they were kind of tainted now. Like changes history, changes
the trajectory of all of it.
But if you were like. And it depends on how you're acting too. If you're just like, what? You're freaking out for nothing. What? Like,
I like to like talk all cool now.
I know. I'd be like, okay, it's like this is like how Dream Steve is. He's just like such a dick like that. Whenever I have a dream about Steve, he's always so mean to me, and I don't know why. Like he's just like I have woke up crying like so many times from Dream Steve just being so mean, and he's just such a dick like that. But anyway. Like I can't imagine you being like that. I feel like you'd be really apologetic, remorseful. Like I feel like you would tell me how much you've changed and like what the catalyst was for change. And I feel like that would heal me in some way.
I'm too guilty though.
Of that.
I could never
do that either.
I couldn't get away with it. I'm too guilty. I'm too Catholic.
But that's the other thing is that like we are both like kind of romantic people, and our partners were, and also a lot of people we know like aren't. Like a lot of people we know are just like cool with cheating. Like,
True.
Oh yeah, everyone cheats and like they get over it. Like me and you would never get over that.
No.
Like so. I mean, we're a little different, I guess, but it's also like I think healthier if you're truly on the monogamous train and you're like choo choo, like I fucking love one person.
Choo.
Then yeah, it would hurt a lot, but I wouldn't say like I lost all respect for you now. It's like you cheated on a girlfriend in high school, right?
Big time.
And they say once a cheater, always a cheater, you know? And like that's not true. Like it's not like you kept cheating on like you felt so bad about it, and then like you didn't do that anymore. Yeah. Well, after the other girlfriend that you did that to.
Yeah, the other one, yeah.
But like it wouldn't happen to me, right? So it would not gonna happen to me, right?
No.
Okay, good, cool. Because you said it wouldn't happen to me because I'm different. I'm not like the other girls.
That's exactly what I said. Did I say that? Then that's what I meant.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like we do stupid shit when we're young.
You have a right to make a mistake, but you don't have the right to repeat a mistake, in my opinion.
100%.
And also,
he feels bad because it was hidden from him, and
yeah, I don't know how.
He feels deceived.
How do you get out from it? And she's like, I'm not going to talk about this with you because you're getting really emotional. That shit's fucked up. He's heard about it.
But that's what I'm saying is that like if you acted like that, I'd be bummed. Double down on my being pissed. Yeah. But back to like the issue is that like if she would have told him closer to that time, they probably wouldn't have gotten married or something, you know?
Oh, definitely not.
So like she
built it upon lies, in my opinion.
Kind of.
It's a pretty big lie.
Okay, another thing I need to know though, and this was kind of left out, so it's like I feel like we don't have like both sides of the story, but it sounds like in the beginning she was saying I don't want a relationship, right? So like were they even technically dating like exclusively? You know, she says she's not seeing anyone else, but like if she compartmentalizes fucking and dating, like because dating's romantic, and she sounds like this guy is just like for just sex only, right? So like she didn't see this guy as someone she was seeing.
Yes.
So you know, like the lines are kind of blurry there of like when were they going steady, you know, were they actually like exclusive with each other?
Here's the part of it that to me, I don't know,
they hadn't consummated yet.
Here's the part of it to me that is odd, I think, from OP's perspective. The topic of one girl having her friend with benefit while in college came up, and she seemed proud of it. The conversation got going to where they went around asking each other if they ever had a fuck buddy. When she was asked, she said she had a friend from high school and they were too busy to date, so they would occasionally get together and use each other. So like, to me, that she's now talking about what happened when he was first dating.
Yeah.
And she's kind of proud of it.
No, the friend was proud of it.
The friend was proud of it. Okay.
She wasn't proud of it. She wasn't like, he said that's not something that she normally even engages in.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a little blurry. I could understand why the guy is hurt.
They need to talk about it a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, the solution is not to talk about it less.
Exactly. It's not just going to go away by sweeping it under the rug. No. Like, and he's got to have an outlet for processing those feelings, and she's got to be receptive to that because.
And he needs to feel like supported, frankly.
Yeah.
Like emotionally, because she's definitely leaving him out in the cold.
She needs to make an apology to her.
And she's kind of gaslighting him a little bit. I know that term.
Not gaslighting. No, gaslighting is like saying that didn't happen.
It's okay because a third of the time I say it, I'm right.
Yeah, okay.
So this time I was wrong.
Yeah. A third of the time you're right every time.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a toughie because, like, what do you say?
I think
They really
need
just have to have-
therapy. A lot of communication is the answer.
Yeah.
And then see where it goes from
It's
there.
going to have to be based on how strong your foundation is to begin with.
Exactly.
But, like, for him to lose, I think he's just maybe saying things out of anger right now. Like, there's no way you lose all respect for your wife that you've been with for that long
Yeah.
off of this one incident.
Love it.
It's just he's probably heated because she was just like, what?
I
It was a
agree.
long time ago.
And it's embarrassing.
And so, like, then he goes to the computer and he's like, oh, I lost all respect for her.
Exactly.
But, you know, it's
He's
not,
lashing
it's
out.
not completely
That
true.
could be.
I don't think so.
I hope not. Okay, we're going to go on a little breaky break, right? And when we come back,
Breaky break.
we will have more great relationship advice. That is for entertainment,
purposes only.
Thank you very much.
Bye. I mean, not bye, but like, you know.
See you in a sec.
Burb. Hey, thanks for listening to our podcast. We just want to take a break to tell you to, like, thanks for listening to our podcast. And if you want to rate it, that would be really awesome for us. Like,
Listen, we're on break. We're not talking to you like podcast hosts right now. We're just talking to you like people.
As a friend.
And we just want to say, please rate the show because it helps out huge amounts.
Like, we're not desperate. We're, like, kind of desperate.
We're giving shout outs right now to all the people who are giving it ratings. So huge shout out right now to Brian Jorgensen. That was sick of you, dude. Thank you. God bless. Huge shout out right now to Mark W. in Springfield, Connecticut.
Back to our podcast.
Jenny Blythe.
Hey, back to our podcast.
In Tuscany,
and
Florida.
back to our podcast.
God bless you. Thank you.
Steven.
Thank you for supporting the show. And we're back with a real humdinger. My fiance, male 27, recorded us, female 22, having sex without my knowledge.
Oh, no. No.
I think this might need some explaining. So here.
Okay.
Ever since I met my fiance, I told him I wanted to wait until marriage. I just did. It's not like I'm overly religious. My grandma and mom are. I just sort of made that promise to them and was weird about it. I never thought it was that big a deal, and neither did he. We've been together for 2 years. We got engaged last month. Last week, my fiance convinced me to have sex with him. It was through a lot of religion is stupid and I'm tired of waiting conversations. And this wasn't his first time, and I also knew that. So he's done it before. Also, we did everything short of penetration, so he wasn't cheating on me with other people or whatever. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, last night I was on his laptop watching some tuber scum videos. He was out in the room, and when I opened it, there were many tabs open. I'm kind of OCD about it. So when I went to close them all before I noticed one was a window open from the files, and the video looked kind of familiar. It was his bedroom and me and him. The video was like over an hour long.
Oh my God.
It started by him just setting up whatever camera he used and then running back to sit on the bed. I came in the room from the bathroom, cued 25 minutes of convincing me to have sex with him. And then we did. And he recorded the entire thing and apparently had watched it. I feel disgusted. I feel violated.
Ew.
I don't know what to do. Is this even a forgivable thing? I have no idea. I left last night without saying anything because what do I even say? How do I handle the situation? I never had a problem even remotely close to this. I'm lost and really hurt.
Yeah, I'd feel completely violated. I don't even know what to say about this. This is like...
But do you think it's kind of one of those things, and I'm just exploring here?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's one of those things where he knows it's her first time and he's like wants to catch her on camera.
Nope. Cool exploration, though.
Thank you. Like her first recital.
Like he's a proud dad.
Yeah, he's like, she's going to want to see this back.
She's going to want the memories.
She's going to want to see this back.
She doesn't know it now, so I can't tell her.
She's going to thank me later.
But she'll thank
I
me
got
later.
her first time on camera. We did pretty good.
No, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's messed up. Yeah, that's no dice.
And also, what are you going to do now? You break up with him, he uses revenge porn on you. That's so fucked up.
Dude, and now the stakes are high, though. They just got engaged. So
yeah. Well, did they get engaged because of pure values or because he was tired of waiting for sex?
Sounds like the second one, the latter one.
I don't know. I don't like this guy.
I would get out of there.
I don't like him.
That's very odd.
Find yourself like a religious guy, because
well,
what?
Well, that's not a catch-all.
I mean, it has to be someone that matches her core values, and like this is kind of like a big one. Like for me, if someone was like, I gotta wait till marriage, I'd be like, yeah, no, because I need to test the merchandise before buying, and I'm just not gonna make.
Like, I need blowies.
I'm not gonna make a lifelong commitment to someone, and it's like we don't have any chemistry in bed. So like that would be like a deal breaker for me. And for this guy, he's like, well, I'll scam the system and I'll like propose to her and then I'll videotape it.
Yeah, it's a little hack.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to trust my partner very much after this.
No chance.
Actually, I don't think at all because it was hidden. Like it wasn't like he presented it to me.
Yeah.
I found it.
And
so now I feel completely.
And why not talk about that? That's a doozy to talk about.
What else are you hiding? Did you
correct.
like take nudie pics of me while I was sleeping? Like
Guaranteed.
what else are you hiding?
Guaranteed he did.
And that has happened to me and it felt extremely violating and I don't like that guy. I don't hate anyone. That's a strong word. But I do not.
I love the word hate.
I don't.
I love it.
I hate actions, but like I don't know. Hate's a strong word about people. I forgive people.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't forget, and I think that was extremely violating, and I don't like that person.
I definitely hate people, and I love it. It gives me strength.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
doesn't.
It absolutely does.
No, it gives
keeps me
them
sharp.
strength. No, because you're giving power to them by
I'm not
sending.
giving power to them,
You're
dude.
sending
It's just
energy to
fun.
them.
It's just fun.
You're sending energy to
No,
them.
it's motivating and fun.
I like to delete them from the face of the planet. Then they don't get any energy from me.
Oh, see,
They don't get hate energy. They don't get love energy. They get zero from me.
Oh, see, I like to grow real big and tall, like a flower in a forest, and hog all the sunlight, and then they wither and die underneath me.
I don't think a flower gets that big. You should be a pine tree or something.
I am the flower that grows in the forest.
That's cute.
Thank you.
It's adorable.
It's a pretty flower too.
Also,
You like that shit?
the petals are see-through. They're still getting sunlight.
What are you talking
You need to
about?
be a big canopy
The petals
tree.
are not see-through.
You need to be a canopy.
No, they're so
I
in the
see through
dark at the
petals.
bottom of the fucking forest floor that they can't even catch rain, dude. They can't even catch rain in a rainforest, dog. You feel me?
Well, I grew up big through love and God's light.
Great.
Not like
Great.
through hatred.
Yours is more boring than mine. Nobody picks up that book. Everyone picks up the
I don't know.
tabloid. Everyone
Redwood
picks up the
trees are
revenge
sick.
story. Everyone reads the fucking...
What's sicker, a redwood tree or a flower?
Dude, imagine how great the movie Zorro would have been if when Zorro gets in prison by that guy, he like chases him down to give him a fucking hug, Nikki. Good
I'm not
shit.
giving anyone hugs.
Good shit.
No, they just don't
No, good
exist to
shit.
me. And guess what? They're not making no movies
No,
about
hey,
it.
dude, no, hey, I know.
Because they don't exist.
You know what would be a great movie?
What?
Or book?
What?
When Edmond Dantes gets captured, right?
Yeah.
In the Count of Monte Cristos.
Yeah.
And they take his family from him and shit like that. They take his girl.
Yeah.
And then they like, basically he has to become the Count of Monte Cristo. And then he like sees the guy and he like shakes his hand. He's like, hey, dude.
That's not what
Hell
I'm
yeah.
suggesting.
Hell yeah, brother.
At all. Do you know what I'm suggesting? Is more like the Black Mirror episode where you can block people from them being able to see you or like interact with you. They just no longer exist in your world. We no longer live in the same dimension.
Yeah, great. And then guess what? Edmond Dantes knows that his wife is still with that dude. So, oh yeah, I blocked him in my head. Great. Good shit,
You move
Nikki.
on with your life.
Good
Move
shit,
the
Nikki.
fuck on.
That's why you're not a fucking writer
Move
like me.
the fuck on.
That's why you don't write.
Remember that one of the lady that got rid of her husband who just like kept arguing with her and he sucked and he wanted
Gone
to be
Girls.
a flower? Yeah, Gone Girls.
Gone Girls. Saw
Yeah.
that one. Good movie.
It's a sick movie.
Sick movie.
I like that movie.
It was good till the end.
Yeah, I like that movie
I didn't like how she betrayed him like that.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked
Okay.
exactly how she betrayed him. That's my favorite part.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we'll talk after this.
Remember when you loved Michael Mann? Like I was like, go say hi. He's right there, and you're like,
Michael who?
Is it Michael Mann?
Michael Mann. I think you said Michael Manning. Yeah, Michael Mann. Yeah.
And I was like,
I know you
go
made me
say
say hi
hi
to Michael Mann.
No.
I'm so glad I did.
Yeah, but you were like, no, I'm shy.
Yeah, I was.
And then I'm like, it's a fucking dude. Just go say hi. You love his work.
Yeah, I
Just
do.
say that.
I love Michael Mann.
Yeah. So you're
Director
welcome.
of Heat. Director
You're
of
welcome for that.
so many great movies.
We saw Gone Girl, the premiere of Gone Girl, and Michael Mann was there.
Yeah, it was sick. And I shook his hand and he said, hey, aren't you guy Bang Bus guy? And I was like, yeah, that's me. He's like, hell yeah, dude.
And Soderbergh was there too.
He was. Okay, check this out. I, female 27, need to walk away from my 30 male fiance, but I feel paralyzed.
Wait, go start again.
I, female 27, need to walk
27.
away from my 30 male fiance.
Okay. I feel paralyzed.
My fiance and I have been together for 4 years. He just popped the question on Christmas.
Okay.
I said yes. And then 15 minutes after gleefully posting my engagement on Instagram, I received the dreaded, hey girl DM.
Oh.
In the span of the following hours, I found out that my fiance had sent explicit videos of me to this woman without my consent. After I screamed about that, he confessed he had slept with 4 girls over the span of our relationship.
My God.
But he proposed on Christmas. That's kind of
Wait, why would he send explicit photos to a girl?
How we're going to find out.
What the
Check this
fuck?
out. But could not recount how many women he'd sent explicit photos of himself to, but potentially several dozen.
Wait, he sent explicit photos of himself or her?
Of the girl.
Oh, that's what I thought you said.
Yeah.
What
Check
the
it out. Check it out.
fuck?
He told me this was the reason he had been ambivalent to get engaged because he didn't want to hurt me. The red flags were always there. He put up fights to not have to post me on social media. He sleeps with his phone next to his bedside, only charging it when I'm not home. Only charging when I'm not home. Whoa.
Always has it face down too.
Whoa.
Probably.
Getting upset when I commented on his vapid Instagram posts too frequently. Whoa. He was ambivalent about engagement. Liking half-naked photos of girls constantly on Instagram. Non-affectionate. Prolonged periods of no intimacy. Not by my choice. Angry when I called him out about all of these red flags.
Yeah, sounds like the guy that doesn't exist in my world anymore.
I have no excuses for it or him. I have no excuses for myself for not leaving yet. I am the breadwinner and pay all the bills, do all the domestic labor, and have up until recently begged for emotional connection.
Get out of there. What does he bring to the table? What literally does he bring at all to the table?
Holy. He doesn't even, there's no emotional connections or
There's nothing there.
You would think.
Got a big dick.
You gotta have that, right? You would think that I would have ever had every bit of willpower to just leave, right? Wrong. I feel paralyzed by cognitive dissonance. I have this awful thought. There's nothing better out there. That everyone cheats, so better the devil you know. But I loathe him. And every word that comes out of his mouth is something that adds to my constant resentment. I have this horrible fear of starting over when I've invested my 20s into this.
Nah, sunken cost fallacy.
That's called gaslighting.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No.
What part of it's not gaslighting?
And there's no lying about what happened and making your partner feel crazy for thinking
I stand
that.
corrected. I would love to hear stories about people who left and what it took, the successes and affirmation.
It's hard, not gonna lie.
Oof.
But it's that's I mean, read that post over and over again to yourself about how he literally brings nothing to the table.
Yeah, just
and
read
then
your post.
Also, 27 is still young, girl. Like, what the hell? You're not like a million years old.
Ain't shit.
But it doesn't matter what age you are.
We got together at
It's
26.
actually irrelevant how old you are. But like, if you really think like, oh, I wasted all my good years on this guy. Like, no, you didn't. 27 is like peak. You're good.
Yeah, and it's like Nikki said, it's like when you invested so much in something and you're like, but I invested so much in this. That's called gaslighting.
So I'm going to stay. So I loathe this guy, but I invested too much of my time, which was 4 years now. So and now I'm going to spend 60 years with them. So
Insane.
that's what you're saying.
Insane
It's
to
like
me.
4 years was too long. So now I'm going to spend 60 years with a guy I hate.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make any sense when you say it out loud, does it? Right?
No, it doesn't.
Like in my head, I guess the way that, you know, I kind of like went through this with my last relationship before, and it was like completely toxic, just like this. It was very like it's a no-brainer, just get out of there, right?
Yeah.
But like you know, it's hard, and like, but when you think about staying with them, it's like he did all that to you now in the first 4 years that you were together, in what's supposed to be the best time of your relationship.
Exactly.
It's supposed to be like, you guys are on cloud 9, like you guys like you are so into each other, right? And if it's like that now when you're 27 or like,
dude.
you know, all during your what you call the peak of your life, right? You're like your good years or whatever, and he's doing that now. What's he gonna be like when you're
my
40,
God.
when
Yeah.
you're 50, when you're like, come
He's
on.
going to be putting his phone in a safe.
Yeah. This is just not a, like, you have to recognize this is not a healthy relationship no matter how long you've spent in it. Okay, cool. You used a 4-year education period. You took a class on relationships and it took 4 years to complete, and now you graduated. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. It doesn't matter if you're going to be alone forever. It's better than being with this guy. 100% better.
100%.
And honestly, I encourage you to be alone for a period of time to really get to know yourself and have a strong sense of self-worth.
Get to know your body, you know?
What you're not going to settle for. And yeah, get to know like the intimate parts of your body for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure. But yeah, it took me a while to like feel like I could ever get like emotionally close to somebody. And then one day after you're like doing all this work on yourself, you're like, actually, I'm ready. I think I could do it.
I think I'm going to go fuck the Iceman and like go have a great life.
Nah, yeah, like fucking was easy, but like actually like having emotions and like a connection to people, that part, like that took some months.
Not with me, buddy.
No,
I
I know.
tell me you love me in like freaking 5 days. It's
Yeah,
pathetic.
it was after 8 months of work.
It was pathetic.
And also, I like
have some respect.
had a
for
crush
yourself.
on you
Have some standards.
already. I
Have some respect
already
for
had a
yourself.
crush on you.
She told me she loved me in like literally 72 hours.
Yeah, and he got mad that he didn't say it first.
That's not true. I'd never
He's
say that.
still jealous
Don't
to this
send this
day.
clip to my friends. I'm really cool.
Day,
I'm a
he's
cool
really
guy.
jealous that he didn't say it first because I forever get to say I said it first.
My guy friends know the truth.
Haha.
All right, check it out. I, 22 male, am turned off by my girlfriend of 3 years and want to leave. So
3
he's
years.
22, she's 24.
Okay, yeah, this is just leave then.
There's a number of things.
So you're young enough, just fucking leave.
There's a
I
number
don't
of
even need to
things
hear.
which keeps happening.
Okay.
But this has just topped the cherry on the cake with this one yesterday.
The cherries don't go on cake, but okay.
It is his birthday coming up, and she has nothing booked and keeps telling me she has no money and she can't spend much on me.
Okay.
Every year she does this and barely does anything for me. I've spent thousands, he puts in all caps, thousands on her, all for all of her birthdays.
Okay, that was your choice.
So, Nikki, let me finish.
Okay.
So she's whining to me that she has no money for my birthday. And a few months ago, I said I would love to go away for my birthday, but maybe we could go the month after my birthday. But after telling me she has no money for my birthday and she can't spend much on my birthday, she proceeds to tell me that she booked a trip to Bali with her girlfriend for 5 days. Isn't that exciting?
Oh.
The month after my birthday when I said I wanted to go away.
Oh.
My initial response, I just looked at her and said, "Are you serious right now?" Then I told her to get out of my car. I dropped her home. That's good of him.
Mm-hmm.
She is always very stingy, and I've told her, but this is just straight up selfish. She keeps texting me, apologizing, trying to say sorry, and calling me. I told her to give me some space. I don't know how to respond to her right now. My blood is boiling. I'm so turned off of her. I despise selfish people. He puts in all caps. Because I'm the complete opposite.
Everyone needs to chill.
First of all, this is just a bad love language connection.
Well,
And she's just not that into you, bro.
she's exactly. That's really just
Yeah,
it.
she's not that
So
into
I was on her side about like the not having enough money part. She's young, like they're both really young. Like you don't have money that young, so like it doesn't. It's just not. It's just not like.
The age of wealth.
Yeah, you just don't like have to expect that they're gonna spend lots of money on you. No one has money. It's also like just the worst time of our economy. Like just
But
nobody
he
has
spent
money.
thousands.
Well, he's dumb for that.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
anyway, but then when she like chose the girl trip over him, yeah, she's just not into you.
Yeah.
And like it's not even about like, oh, this selfish person. It's like, no, she's just not into you.
Yep.
And
It's disproportionate.
you guys
like,
should break up because
Yeah.
she's not into you.
There's a disproportionate amount of and it's all on your side.
Yeah.
And so she's just like using any excuse to go do what she really likes to do.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of there.
So just value yourself.
Exactly.
Before resentment builds and the sunken time fallacy happens, like the last person where
You're wasting
like,
each other's time.
You both are wasting each other's time for sure.
Big time.
And also the other thing is like, I don't know, me and Steve, we've never like been girl trip, guy trip people. Like I've gone on girl trips and I love my girlfriends that I went on girl trips with, but like Steve's my best friend and I would have way liked to have him there. Like
Same.
it kind of like sucks exploring a new place without having him there to like, you know, see what he thinks about it and enjoy
That's
it
the
with
thing. It
him.
reminds me of my bachelor party because like we went to Vegas
Yeah.
and like I only enjoy Vegas with you.
Yeah.
So it's fun and all, and like my boys are great and shit. But I just like love my wife, and I love like the whole reason I'm getting married to her is because like
Yeah.
she's my best friend in the whole world. So like, I like made the guys all come to where the girls were, and then we got kicked out.
Yeah,
because the girls like, you gotta get the fuck
Okay,
out of
so
here.
like let's explain for the people that haven't followed the channel
Yeah,
for
yeah,
a million years. You can watch I think on this channel there's my bachelor party video. But we both went to Vegas with separate groups. So we all went to Vegas together, the girls and the boys. And everyone knows each other, by the way. Like we've been mutually friends
cross friends.
forever. They're all YouTuber people. So yeah, like the point was that the girls and boys would have a separate night the first night. So they would go off their separate ways in Vegas. We're both all in Vegas, but we're going separately. And they do their thing, we do our thing. And then the second night, we all come together and do group stuff all together. And like went to like a beach day club and like had bottle service and like we all did shit together. So the first night, the girls, we all go to dinner and then we go play craps and like we're having a sick time and my dad's there. Like he's like having a good time because it's like all girls and like my dad.
Yeah.
And then like he keeps
king
winning.
of the craps table.
Yeah, he was king of the craps table. Like we're just like having a fun time. And then like couple hours into it, like maybe an hour and a half into it, the boys get there and then they try to crash the party.
Well, I wanted to play craps with you.
Yeah, because Steve
That's
just
my
wants to play
favorite.
craps, and like
I want to play craps with Nikki.
they planned like a club
With
or like
Nikki.
they planned like Top Golf and stuff, and
That was fun. It was really
and
fun.
it was fun.
But craps with you is my thing in Vegas.
We love playing craps together, and
So-
that was we haven't played. Well, you played craps last night, but
I played craps last night. I was on a heater roll. 23 rolls.
heater roll?
23 rolls. Me and Anthony Lee, the dancer.
Well, thanks a lot for the invite. How much do I get? Do I get a cut?
No, you don't get a cut.
Why don't I get a cut?
Because it's my Super Bowl money.
So where did that come from?
From winning 2 Super Bowl championships. I'm 2-time Super Bowl champion.
So then like when do I get a cut?
You don't get a cut.
Damn, I don't even get
But
a
don't
cut.
worry, because you'll be fine because you get a cut of my cryptos eventually.
It would have been double if we were both at the craps table.
Agreed.
So it's you fucked
Well,
up.
we would have had to get you a seat.
You fucked up.
We would have had to get you a
Gotcha.
seat. 'Cause Post packed.
So anyway, going back to this story, the whole point is that we couldn't wait to like hang out with each other again.
That's the whole
even
thing.
at our own stupid bachelor and bachelorette
That's the whole
party.
thing, dude. It's just, when you know, man. And
Yeah.
I know, it's like when you can have fun, but then you can inject fun into the already existing fun. That's
Yeah.
what hanging out with Nikki is for me. And so, yeah, it's just no brainer shit.
And it's also like, it's not like you crash the party. It's like my girlfriends love hanging out with you
Yeah,
too. Like
I
it's
know.
not like
It was funny.
yeah. And usually, I mean, I have a social battery that's like so short.
Yeah.
And so I can like spend maybe 6 hours tops socializing. Like it's really hard for me to make it a whole day of socializing. I don't know how people do weekends and stuff. I need like 2 nights by myself after
Yeah, you do.
a couple hours. So like it's nice when you're there because then it's like we're operating as a unit and you can take over the social part
Yeah.
and I just can disappear
Or do
off
some of that
into
lifting.
like just slink away from everyone.
Also, something I'm also proud of is that even like, I'm a very social person, but even like when I just need to like, recharge or whatever, you don't take from that battery
No.
like at all. Like that. I love that about us.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like me recharging doesn't mean
Doesn't
like
exclude me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
All right. So like find someone you can be BFFs with, stupids.
100%.
Like get the
It's
fuck
easy,
out of
guys.
there. If
Just
like,
do
you
that.
went to Bali without me, are you kidding me?
I would not
if
go.
he's like, I can't get you anything for your birthday and then go into Bali, we're done. Like
we're done.
like there's it's a no brainer. Break up. Like they don't value you.
Yep. I would not go.
Yeah. I know you wouldn't.
No.
But no shit.
The only thing I like to do without you, is shit.
Masturbate?
No, not even
You
that.
don't even like
I
that.
prefer
yeah,
for
for
you
me to
doing it.
masturbate.
I know. What do I like to do without you?
Lift weights?
Yeah, sure. But no, there's something. I know there's something.
There's something?
Yeah.
Crypto?
Oh no, you know what it is?
Hmm.
Like if I'm like in a like fantasy football thing or whatever like
Yeah.
that. And then like you and me already have a fantasy football league together.
Yeah.
But like going off and like doing some guy draft or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
I know. I think it's healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I go play poker.
Yeah.
And I like that. Like, I mean, it's fine if you were into poker too, but like, I'm not like, oh, Steve should be here.
I wouldn't. Yeah, that's
it's
not
completely
my,
different.
Yeah,
It's just like, I like doing hobbies alone. I just recently found out that that's not common, that like people usually like doing hobbies with other people, like in groups and stuff. But like every single hobby I've ever picked up is like I enjoy learning it alone.
makes sense. I kind of do that.
Yeah. I like was watching a video about it was a personality type video, but I was like it was talking about this one specific trait that's like not common is that INFJs like to do hobbies alone. Like they're very extremely like independent, where they would just go to a new class, or they like to learn constantly, like learning new things, but they like to do it like independently.
Okay.
And
That's
it's
you.
so true.
Yeah.
Because the other night I was out with a bunch of poker players and we went to South Point and it was fun. Don't get me wrong. It was fun. Like I like group stuff too, especially if it's like a shared interest. But I always like feel a little bit like limited, where like I have to fit in with the group.
Yeah.
You know, whereas like when I'm on my own, I get to just go off and like
Yeah, do
explore
it how
like
you wanna
where
do it.
like where my heart wants to
Yes.
explore, and like, ooh, this is interesting, and then I like, and that part's really fun
It's
for
like
me.
when we did that Area 15 thing.
Yeah.
for your birthday, and you had to hang out with everybody for your birthday.
Yeah.
But then you got to do it on your own later, and
was
you were
so
just
much
like,
more fun.
Yeah, you were just doing it on your own, like just blasting around the whole maze or whatever.
Yeah. I just, if it's going to be a task thing, like not a social thing, but like where there's an objective and then there's like a bunch of people there, it just kind of slows me down.
Makes sense.
Where like, socializing I can do if it's like a party, like, or like we're going to a music venue, then like, okay, yeah, a group's more fun to go to a music venue with.
Definitely.
But activities is like, I kind of like to do those independently unless they're like something we discovered together. Like playing craps was fun because it's like, obviously like
something else I do alone, listen to podcasts like the one you're listening to right now.
Oh shit.
It helps us out so very much if you join us on Patreon, patreon.com/sticky. As we mentioned earlier, nothing helps the show more. And if you like the show, share it with your friends.
Yeah, you get the show a couple days early too, so that's cool. Sometimes I forget to release it to the public, even though I am contractually obligated to do that. I just sometimes forget.
Sometimes we breach the contract.
So don't tell Mark
Sometimes
that.
we're in material breach.
Don't tell anyone I said that.
Okay, thank you.
But Patreon members never miss. They always get it.
Very
so there you go. We'll see you next time. Good luck in your relationships. Value yourself.
Yes.
Have hobbies.
Communicate with your partners. And don't video record them unless you get their permission.
Don't let people treat you like shit.
Or if you put a sign on the door when they come in, it says this is a filming area, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Because then they consented by crossing that line.
As soon as they walked in the room, and then you're completely illegally identified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So there you go.
Then that is legal advice.
That's 100,000% legal advice for entertainment purposes only.
Yes. Okay. See you next week.
See you on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.